and welcome to the Owatonna Today show. I'm Shelley Whitehead. It's Friday, and that means we're going to thank those people who make the Owatonna Today possible. We're going to start out with our premier supporters, the City of Owatonna, Express Employment Professionals, Mayo Clinic Health System Owatonna, Owatonna Public Utilities, Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County, United Way of Steele County. We'd like to also thank our primary supporters, Amy Swain Hearing Centers, Little Theater of Owatonna, Owatonna Care Center, and Steele County Environmental Services. Of course, we could not do this without our interlude sponsors, and those are Abraham Consulting Technologies, A+, So and Vac, Brenda Bednar Mortgage, Glenn Meager and Tim Thomas of Brick Meager Funeral Homes and Metford Funeral Home, Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House and Clare Bridge of Owatonna, Carlson Branstad and Company, CPAs, ERA Gillespie Real Estate, Fairview Animal Medical Center, Horizon Eye Care Professionals, Clancher & Son Landscaping and Concrete, Napa Auto Service, Owatonna Business Incubator, Pizza Ranch of Owatonna, Profenium Financial, R&K Electric, Snap Fitness, Steele County Blades Junior Hockey, Steele County Historical Society, The Third Hand Incorporated Video Productions, and TPS Insurance. We would love for you to support these companies who have supported us here, bringing you the information you need for the Owatonna area. We're always looking for some more other supporters. So if you know of a business or an individual who would like to be a part of this, have them give Leanne a call at 390-5751. We also do take private donations. So if you enjoy the show and would like to continue to see it on the air and would like to help out, you can do that by mailing your contribution to Owatonna Today, 1130 North Elm Avenue in Owatonna. And we're going to be right back. We've got a great show for you. We're going to be speaking with Lon Thiele of the Steele County Sheriff's Department, also the Christmas bird count. It's all right here on the Owatonna Today show.
Hello, I'm Sean McNulty with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House and Clare Bridge, and we're a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today show.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now, I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Giltfett of Horizon Eye Care Professionals. Eye care you can trust. We're proud supporters of Owatonna Today.
We are on location at the Steele County Sheriff's Office with Sheriff Lon Thiele. Hello.
Hello.
Now, Lon, you have been the Steele County Sheriff for how long?
2 years now, just finishing up my second year.
Second year, and how's it been going for you?
Love it. Just, it's been fantastic trying to implement the ideas that I've had throughout my 20-plus years of, what am I at now, 22 years of law enforcement then. So. But implementing my ideas and trying to get things going, I love it.
Now, you have quite a large department, don't you?
For a smaller agency, yes, I wouldn't consider it large, but we do have what we need to keep the citizens or travelers of Steele County safe.
So, how many people do you have in? We want to clarify. I want to make sure we get office and department correct. We were talking before off camera that there is, you know, some semantics there we should probably clarify between Sheriff's Department and Sheriff's Office.
Yep. Right now there is not one, well, there's 87 counties in the state of Minnesota. Not one is considered a Sheriff's Department. They're all Sheriff's Offices.
And that is?
The reason for that is because it's an elected position. The Sheriff's Office is the majority of civil process and traffic and go from there, but we are an office, and it hasn't been a department for quite some time now.
And in your office you employ how many?
The Steele County Sheriff's Office has 21 sworn licensed officers, and that's meaning from me down to the road deputies. And then we have 40 detention center officers, or correction officers. And then we have 30 posse members, and then about another 30 special members.
So in a way, there's departments within the office then.
Yes.
So
yes.
we still can use the word department.
Oh, sure. On that part of the line, you can. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Now it's Christmas time coming, and I know the Law Enforcement Center has Safe and Sober campaign. Are you part of that at all in any way?
Yes, the Steele County Sheriff's Office has been part of this Safe and Sober campaign for some time now, and it's a good thing because it keeps, it pushes that extra person out on the street at a grant dollar instead of the Steele County budget. It's a grant dollar. So that grant dollar is what's paying this person's wage to keep this inebriated person off the street.
Now, also, in case people do not know, you're Steele County, so you're countywide.
Yes.
And you do have some different duties than an Owatonna policeman. Why don't you explain some of what those are?
Well, the majority of it is the civil process part of it. And we handle hundreds and hundreds of civil processes, from divorce papers to mortgage foreclosures to liens to whatever, a month. We do quite a bit of it a month, and during the holidays, unfortunately, that kind of brings out a little bit more paperwork into that nature, but it is what it is. So
you do a lot of hands-on with the people, basically. I mean, in different areas of their life, sensitive areas of their life.
Very sensitive. Unfortunately, there's been some friends, and it is what it is. It's unfortunate, but hopefully things work out, and a lot of times they have.
Now, I would think something like that, do you need some special training to help? I mean, some psychology or things like that? Have you had some?
Yeah, with the training in the civil process part of it, you go with any kind of advanced paperwork, such as how do you go in there and take this person's property. You just can't go up there and get off the property. First, you have to have a little bit of common sense of knowing this paperwork, but secondly is you have to have that, a little bit of personality. We are taking away something that I feel so bad for.
Some sensitivity.
Sensitivity, yeah. Exactly. So
now you went recently this past year to Northwestern University, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
So why don't you explain to us what you had a lot of classes that you had to take?
Yes, it was a fabulous class. There was the strong curriculum of 8 courses out at Northwestern University, and a lot of it went with the managerial accounting, which was terrific for especially managing the budget of this nature. At one time I had a $4.7 million budget that I was in charge of. When I went from my household budget to a $4.7 million budget, you want to make sure you put the decimal point in the right spot.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, and we've been doing great with that. Strategic planning, that helps out with the day-to-day operation of the sheriff's office. And where am I going to put certain patrols? What am I going to do with certain processes of civil? Strategic planning, that obviously current issues. What happens day to day? Day to day can affect us. And quite a few other classes in here, but 8 of them in all, very, very challenging, but on the same line, they were very informative to what I needed and to put in effect to the sheriff's office. And since my first day back from Northwestern, I've been already implementing ideas into it.
Now, were you there, you said 8 classes, was it a crash course in a few days, or you stayed there for months?
It was a 10-week course, and it was split up with 2 weeks on and 2 weeks off.
Okay.
So I started in January and went 2 weeks, and then I came back and I worked here. Then I went back in February for 2 weeks, and March, April, and May. May was the last 2 weeks, and then I graduated Northwestern, and then I was done, and I came back here.
And you said it is accredited, so if you wanted to apply that to something further.
Absolutely, and which I am. I anticipate on finishing up further education, and these classes will help in that nature. But the long run here is it's already proven, helping me run this sheriff's office in the best efficient and effective manner I can.
Now, are you using some of these techniques to train some of the other officers in some of the things that you've learned?
Absolutely, especially with my lower tier supervisors, to where there's no secrets. I'm going to teach them what I can to help them excel in their position as a supervisor. I love my job.
They look good, makes you look good.
Well,
the whole department is humming better and running better.
And I use the sports analogy quite a bit of teamwork. And you surround yourself with a good team, you're going to have a great, efficient manner here, and that's what we've done. And I love what I'm doing here, and I hope to continue doing it. And with the good personnel we have surrounding with us, I think it's going to continue in a great manner.
Now, are you behind the desk most of the time, or are you out?
I do it all. In fact, most of it, I am behind the desk quite a bit more than I was in the past, but was it 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was on my way to a meeting, and I ended up finding a stolen car.
Oh, okay.
And that stolen car was a Corvette, and next thing you know is we're in a pursuit. 16 miles later, we got the bad guy off the street, and the Corvette's been recovered. But yeah, I went from paperwork to meeting to a pursuit.
You never know when that's going to happen.
You never know. You never know.
Now, you've got all these classes. You mentioned 2 years. I'm sure you probably have some goals set for what you'd like to do in the next year or the next few months. What are some of those? My goals are to increase the efficiency with this office. We've already made a large improvement. Morale has been boosted tremendously. If you have people that come in the office now and they'll sit down kind of where we're at, and they'll just sit down and have small talk with you. We didn't have that in the past. We boosted the morale with a better schedule to where they can have better time with their family, but still know that this job is primary. And I'm a family guy, and you see by my office, I have my pictures of my kids and everything all over the place here. It's just a matter of my wife. It's just a matter of the job is what we're here for, but still get home to your family safely. Now, when you've taken those classes and you said that you probably might apply them later, do you have a degree now, and are you going to work for a particular degree?
My degree now is in law enforcement, and I might push into something into an educational background, such as helping the kids more.
Okay. Do you see yourself probably being elected
I hope
sheriff
so.
for the rest of your career, or are you thinking about maybe trying something?
Oh, no. This is the long run. I love my job here as sheriff, and with the good people of Steele County, I hope to continue with this job as sheriff as long as I can.
Now, have you ever had anybody come up to you and say, I like what you're doing here, or I don't like what you're doing there? Are you open to suggestions from the public at all?
Very open to it. In fact, I've answered and returned most phone calls and emails, and my idea might not be as good as somebody else's. I'm very open to it, but this is how we've been making it work, and open door policy. You hear it all the time, but my door is physically open. Come in here and talk to me. Unless the door's closed, you know I'm in a meeting.
Oh, that's nice to know. Nice to know. So, Lon, thank you for taking time out from a very busy schedule to talk with us today.
Thank you very much.
And hopefully we will sometime in the future check in with you and see how things are going.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
On location at the Steele County Sheriff's Office, I'm Betty Johnson.
I'm Diane Wilson of Profinium Financial, the bank that helps you achieve your financial dreams. Profinium Financial is proud to be a supporter of the Owatonna Today show.
Are you looking for that perfect gift for that someone special? Then the Owatonna Police Department has just the idea. Give the gift of a safe lift. Be a designated driver. Designated drivers do it all. They buckle up their passengers, make stops for late night food, and best of all, offer a sober ride home. Remember, the Owatonna Police Department is targeting impaired drivers this holiday season. Be a designated driver. It's the perfect holiday accessory. This is a life-saving message from the Owatonna Police Department.
Effective Monday, October 15th, the clinic main entrance will be closed for construction. Please use our temporary entrance, the dialysis stores, and/or the hospital main entrance. We appreciate your patience during our construction, but at the end, we'll have a pleasant entrance that is larger, warmer, and safe for our patients. Again, starting Monday, October 15th, the clinic main entrance will be closed for construction. Thank you.
Hi, this is Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better. At Amy Swain Hearing Centers, we offer many different brands of hearing instruments because everyone has a different lifestyle. Let me, Dr. Amy Swain, help you find the best hearing device for your hearing needs at Amy Swain Hearing Centers of Owatonna, Austin, and Waseca. Call 1-800-804-3361 for an appointment today, or visit my website at www.amyswainhearingcenters.com. Because you deserve to hear better.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today show.
Have you talked to your teen about marijuana lately? Maybe you should. Regular marijuana use can sap a teen's motivation to learn. Users do not live up to their potential and drop out of positive activities. Marijuana affects memory and learning and stays in your system for weeks. Marijuana also affects judgment and perception. Reaction time when driving is reduced by 41% after smoking 1 joint and 63% after smoking 2, affecting the safety of your teen and other drivers on the road. You need to talk to your teen about the effects of marijuana use. It's not just a harmless high. For more information, please contact the Steele County Safe and Drug-Free Coalition.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today show. I am Shelley Whitehead. I have with me Darryl Hill, Nels Thompson, and Gary Johnson. Good morning, afternoon, because you never know when this is going to be shown.
Hello. Good morning.
That's the nice thing about the Owatonna Today show. You can catch it pretty much any time of day. We're going to talk today about the Christmas bird count. And This is an annual event. And so, Darryl, tell me a little bit about the event itself.
About what?
The event.
Oh, the event itself.
The Christmas bird count. Am I talking to, hang on. Slow down. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. This is the Christmas bird count, and we've been doing it in Owatonna for 41 years.
Wow.
This is the 41st year. And what we do is we just go out and we count how many birds that we can find in one day right around Christmas time.
Okay.
And, but we can't count every place. We count at feeders. We go out in the road, out on the country, and we'll talk about that later, and just see how many birds that we can find. And this started because in New York back in the early 1900s, people in New York would go out and see how many birds and animals that they could shoot in one day. And then they'd line them up and you'd see pictures of that. And some bird watchers thought, hey, this isn't right. And so they said, let's go out and count them instead. And so now thousands of people will go out and count birds all over North America, South America, and Central America. Now, we could only count at in one area, and we have Havana is our center.
Okay.
You go out 7.5 miles, draw a circle. So anything in that circle, we can count. If it's outside, we can't count.
Now, what is the purpose of the bird count? Why are we doing this?
Well, we're doing that to keep track of the population of birds going up, or is it going down?
Okay.
Is it changing its range from north to south or east to west? And so it's really the largest scientific project in the world where just the common seniors, seniors will count the birds.
And you don't keep this information to yourself. You actually pass it on.
That goes to the Audubon Society, and they crunch the numbers. They're the ones then who will use that information to help us to help preserve birds.
And so we'll know in this area specifically how to help the bird population.
Well, it'll help us here, but when you combine it with every count in Minnesota and Iowa and Canada and South America, South America, you have a snapshot of what the birds are at any one time. And so anybody can get on that. It's on the internet now. You can get those numbers and people can do research on it any time they want to.
And so there's going to be a large group of people on one day all over the country doing the bird count.
Yes, on one day, they only count one day, but it's over a two-week period.
Okay.
But just one day is all. That's correct.
Good. Well, Gary, we want to talk about the specifics. So let's say somebody wants to be involved, and they love having a bird feeder outside their window watching the birds. Tell us a little bit about how to do that.
Well, anyone can get involved, and it's easy as doing it right at your own home. A lot of people have bird feeders, and so all they have to do is set up a list at home and keep track of the birds that they see. Now, they're probably thinking, well, wait a minute, how do you do that kind of a count? And you just take your paper and pencil and you see 2 chickadees out there. You write down chickadees and you put down 2. And then you keep going, oh, cardinals, 3 cardinals. But you got to keep looking during the day. You need to keep going back and looking. And then the next time if you see 3 chickadees, you cross out your old data and you write down 3 chickadees.
Oh, okay.
So by the end of the day, you have the largest number of that kind of bird that you've seen.
At one time.
At one time, and that's the number that you report.
So if later on you see 2 chickadees, you still leave your 3 chickadee
You do.
total
You
there.
do. You just keep scratching it off. Okay, this time I saw 4 chickadees. I didn't see 2. I didn't see 3. I saw 4.
Okay.
The greatest amount at any one time is what is your final count.
Okay.
And then after that, you just you report your count to Darryl, and then he reports it then to the national as well. And so it's as easy as that. And you don't have to necessarily stick at the bird feeder all day long and stare at
Unless
it.
you've got nothing else to do.
just come and go
Okay.
as you please, and just write down your recordings and report them, and then keep track of the number of hours that you do.
Okay. Oh, good. So then
Yeah,
they'll
you keep
know.
track of how many hours you actually observed your bird feeder.
And
right.
then what if people have a question on, they're not quite sure what the bird is at their feeder?
Well, they can call Darryl or any one of us, and we can help them out. It is suggested that they have a basic bird guide there that they can leaf through.
And that can be found at any bookstore?
Sure it can, yes, or the library. And then
Okay.
they can just have a basic bird guide that they can look at to
Good.
help identify the birds.
Good, good. Nels, I want to talk about, so we also have another aspect to this, and that's the field count. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, the rules aren't so very different from what Gary described. It's a different group of different kinds of birds. Obviously, we don't see too many of the so-called feeder birds out in the field. We see snow buntings and longspurs and things that most people probably aren't familiar with. And we see them often in larger numbers, sometimes as many as 100, 200, 300. They form large flocks in the wintertime, and it's much more visible when there's a lot of snow on the ground. Which this year,
we'll see.
We'll see. Other years have been that way, but we've had some really, in fact, we've had 2 years, I think, where we got virtually snowed out because of ground blizzards and so on. But we drive up and down. Darryl identified that the total area is a circle.
Okay.
And our particular quadrant is a quarter of that circle, so we have sort of a pie-shaped area. We have to be a little close to the maps to see when we're in and when we're out.
Okay.
But yeah, we drive up and down the roads, and we keep our eyes out open. There is a little bit of an issue with bird movement. Sometimes these flocks of birds will get up and fly. And if
I don't know why they would do that.
Yeah, birds are that way. But we might, if we move over a mile and we see, a bunch of birds that looks like you, we just saw that a few minutes ago, then we might not count them.
Okay. And so part of this do you ever get out and walk in the field when you're doing the field count, or do you usually just stay in the vehicle?
Yeah, we do walk at times. Mostly we drive, but there are places where we do have to get out. Like Rice Lake Park, for example, we're often going to walk around there a little bit.
And so can you tell me quick how many, like the most you've seen of a certain bird on any given year, like something that was pretty amazing for you?
Well, I think we've had up to 1,000 longspurs at in one area, with different flocks that we were pretty confident were different flocks.
Yeah.
But the flock size itself, usually 100 or less, but occasionally more.
Well, Gary, you were mentioning just recently how many, you were talking about a specific bird that you counted, this weekend or something?
Yes, at our bird feeder at home, we had about 70 pine siskins.
Wow.
And
is that
they're
a big
showing up
bird
in
feeder
droves.
That you have? Or is it just they're taking turns?
Boy, I'll tell you have to buy a lot of bird seed for that. Yeah. So.
And the nice thing is they come in lined up in a row.
They
So
do,
of course they do. They're very orderly.
So nice.
Yes,
and I'm sure they're very polite birds too.
On a different note,
go ahead.
last year we counted 4,213 individual birds, of which there were 45 different kinds of birds. And that was a little bit below our annual average. And we now have altogether in the 40 years that we've counted 100 different kinds of birds that have been seen.
In our area.
Yeah, in our count.
That's exciting. Well, Darryl, what if somebody wants to be involved?
Yeah,
How can they get involved?
contact me. Now, the day of Christmas bird count is on Saturday, December 15th.
Okay.
We can only count on that one day.
Okay.
So if you're interested, give me a call, and I will give you the information and whatever it is. But you keep track of the number of hours that you watch.
Okay, and that's important just for the scientific side of it.
The scientific part of it. So if you're interested in birds and you want to be out in the field or at home, look us up. We'd like to have you.
And you mentioned that we can find the information. Is that on the Audubon Society website? If you want
if you want to know what the results are, they will be on Audubon on the computer
Okay, so
under
you couldn't
Christmas
figure
bird
that
count.
out. So you mentioned a bird that you were looking for, hoping for. What was that? You mentioned earlier there was one bird.
Well, the Carolina wren has been in the neighborhood, and we'd like to see him during the count and add that to our grand total.
Yeah.
So that would be a great find.
It's really exciting. Thank you for your time today, gentlemen. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And good luck. And I hope it snows for you, which is not normal for people to say, but just so it makes it easier. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
And we'll be
Thank
right
you.
back here on the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Jake with Napa Auto Parts.
Napa has the know-how for all your automotive needs.
Napa is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Out with the old and in with the new. I'm the Steele County Trash Queen saying recycle more, Steele County, with our new covered recycling carts. Throw everything together, no sorting needed. Just make sure the container is clean and empty. Recycle paper cartons from milk, juice, and broth, empty plant pots, yogurt cups and lids, ice cream pails and lids, clear plastic containers from berries and baked goods, empty prescription bottles, in fact, any plastic container with a number 1 through 5 and 7, no number 6. Recycle more. It's so easy.
Hi, I'm Jan Hansen, and I am at A+ So and Back, the fun place to be. We are proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
United Way funds 28 local programs that change lives in Steele County. Programs that provide children tools for success, help adults gain self-sufficiency, provide basic necessity for people experiencing hard times, and give seniors the support they need to live healthy, active lives. United Way is there for your friends, your family, and neighbors 365 days a year. They count on us. Once a year, we ask you to be there for United Way. We're counting on you. Please give generously to the United Way of Steele County.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. I have a special correspondent with me, Mr. Colin Whitehead. Thank you. You have an announcement to make?
Yep. The Salvation Army bell ringer hotline phone number is 507-272-9295. Please call this number if you have a couple of hours to spare to staff the Salvation Army Red Kettle this holiday season.
Thank you for that special announcement. Also a quick holiday, yes, yay! He's the star. If you love giving to Toys for Tots, we want to remind you this is coming up, the Toys for Tots. You can make your donations at Walgreens, Walmart, Hy-Vee, Cashwise, Chamber of Commerce, Clinic, all these different places. But what I want to, am I hiding him? Yeah. But what I want to remind you is that you actually have to, the final day is December 12th. So if you are thinking about doing this Toys for Tots, you need to make sure you get it into any one of those locations by December 12th and make sure it is unwrapped so that they can take care of that. Also, if holiday quick tips for your Christmas tree, remember if you pick your tree, choose a tree with fresh green needles that do not fall off when touched. That makes sure it's going to be live and long enough for the season. When you do put your tree up, make sure that the tree is at least 3 feet away from any heat source, fireplaces, radiators, candles, anything like that, and make sure the tree is not blocking an exit. And finally, when lighting the tree, I know it's pretty, bless you. I know he hasn't sneezed all day, but don't light any candles on your tree. So make sure you do that. Also, please like us on Facebook so we can enter you in that drawing for that free pair of Blades tickets, Steele County Blades. And we'll see you next week. Can you say see you later?
See you later.
Right here on the Owatonna Today Show.